Packers are in town ahead of Friday night's preseason game against our Bengals.
That's right. And today the two teams practiced together in harmony, right? Well, WCPO 9 Sports anchor Marshall Kramsky was at practice, joining us now live from the Bengals facility. Marshall, things got a little heated.
A little.
Right?
Greg, I think we have two different definitions of the word harmony. Things were good at first, but then, the two teams, they got onto the same field and a fight broke out. We'll get to that in just a minute. But going into today's practice, head coach Zach Taylor even spoke about how he thinks there will be a game-like intensity to the Packers and Bengals joint practice. It started out to be fine, two teams practicing on separate fields, and then they got on the same field, and a little bit later, that's when a fight broke out. Both teams, there was dozens of players from each team going at it. In the center of that brawl was defensive lineman and last year's captain, DJ Reader, and offensive lineman from the Green Bay Packers, Elgton Jenkins. DJ Reader tweeted just about an hour ago, he's a JAG. JAG, J-A-G, stands for just a guy. That's what Reader had to say about Jenkins. Afterwards, we spoke to Reader, and he told us a little bit more on his analysis of what happened with Jenkins.
Go out there and talk to your counselors and stuff, man. You out here trying to get work in football, man. You out here losing. Then you want to go extra, try to hurt people, do extra stuff. Like, it's just extra stuff after you play, keep it going. When guys get frustrated, you got to kind of watch out for them because they're a wild card. They're willing to do whatever.
You kind of expect them to just kind of flare. This is your first chance to go against another team. And, obviously, that intensity is going to get riled up. But it's nothing but good work on both ends, and we were able to keep everything, smooth and get a lot of work in.
Shortly after this scuffle, there was a second scuffle. And if you think back to last year, when the Rams came to Cincinnati for a joint practice, the Bengals and Rams with Aaron Donald, they got into a fight then as well. So it looks like a little bit of a theme is developing. There were positive sides from practice today. For the first time since injuring his calf on the second day of training camp, Joe Burrow was at practice wearing a bucket hat and a sleeve over his calf, trying to be a little bit incognito, but he was at practice in person for the first time. And then after practice, Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco, was playing video games, playing Madden against Cam Taylor-Britt in the parking lot. There was really a lot going on today. Luckily, no injuries coming out of this practice for the Bengals. And the next time you watch the Cincinnati Bengals play, it'll be a preseason game this Friday against the Green Bay Packers. Live outside of Bengals and Packers joint practice at training camp, Marshall Kramsky, WCPO 9 Sports.